Be not afraid of these angels.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
This video and my channel are sponsored by Untap.gg. Looking to enhance your Magic the Gathering arena gameplay? I recommend Untap.gg. It's an add-on you use while playing the game on your computer that keeps track of your decks and shows you matchup information, how your deck's been performing, and shows you how other people's decks are performing so you can adjust your own and figure out how to target the metagame in Ranked or Brawl or wherever else you happen to be playing. They even have draft helping guides if you're new to Limited and trying to get a start in the format. Again, that's untapped.gg. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing Angels, helmed by Giada, Font of Hope. With the new Angels that have been printed into Magic the Gathering, I felt I don't need to be a black-white deck anymore. In fact, I can just be a mono-white Angels deck, which is exactly what this is. I'm running a few tribal pieces, ones that specifically name Angels and are part of a life gain sub-theme, because they're very strong. Giada herself, by the way, is just such a good card. This card has no reason to have all of these abilities, but you know what? They printed her, and now we get to play her. Giada, Font of Hope is a 2-mana 2/2 flyer with Vigilance. Dang, those are some stats! She also makes other angels enter the battlefield with +1/+1 counters for each other angel you control. So bigger angels. And she's ramp. She taps to add white mana, which you can spend to cast angels. This is nuts. There's no reason that Giada should have all of these abilities. And like with the Vigilance means that you can swing in the air, I don't know, hit them for 2 in the face, knock a Planeswalker loyalty down a little bit, and then still tap for mana in second main phase. Some of the best angels, by the way, that we have in this deck are part of typical angel decks. If you've ever played like a Collected Company angel deck in Pioneer or, well, anywhere else that these happen to be legal, you have things like Youthful Valkyrie, another angel that grows with the amount of angels you have. You have Bishop Wings, who himself is not an angel, but gains you life and gives you board presence if your angels are destroyed. You have Righteous Valkyrie, who gains you life from angels and also gives your entire board +2/+2 if you get over the life threshold, which in this format is 32, but... 32? Yeah, 32, because you start at 25 life. You have some decent, actually, arena-only angels, like Angel of Eternal Dawn. This is just a well-statted angel. You have some other ones here, Skyline Savior. And we're also running, of course, these big, scary angels, like Avacyn, Angel of Hope, who makes all your permanents indestructible. Serra's Emissary. Oh my gosh, these two are so good. And some new flexible angels like Steel Seraph, or super valuable angels like Sanctuary Warden. The fact that our commander is ramp, again, huge. So important, so good. Very, very awesome commander. We also have some nice new cards that are from like the most recent stuff, like Kayla's Reconstruction. You can't run Collected Company in this deck because we don't have green in our color identity, but Kayla's Reconstruction is the next best thing. We have a pretty good amount of cards that cost 1, 2, or 3, which means that Kayla's Reconstruction is pretty much guaranteed to hit anytime during the game, and you can cast it for any amount of mana above 4. You wouldn't cast it for 0, that wouldn't do very much. We also, by the way, have a cheeky, not quite a combo in this deck, which some people like to call the Facebook combo. That's the Book of Exalted Deeds and Faceless Haven. It also works with Mutavault, and let me give a quick explanation of what this is. These are lands. These lands can be turned into creatures, and these creatures have any creature type, including angels. Book of Exalted Deeds lets me pay 3 and exile this to put an enlightenment counter on an angel, which essentially turns it into Platinum Angel. Now, a Platinum Angel on the battlefield means that you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. But if it's on a land, it's so much harder for your opponents to deal with because there's only so much land destruction in Magic the Gathering. Field of Ruin can do it, but your opponent has to draw it. They have to have not already used it on a valuable land like Cave of the Frost Dragon, and they have to be able to pull it off without you just killing them using angels first. So we're going to take all our angels into the queue and do some flapping. Our first opponent is Sheoldred, the Apocalypse. You draw cards, you lose life. And they draw cards, they gain life. Soldier of the Apocalypse is an extremely well-statted good creature, and I am afraid of her. As I should be. Us being in mono white means that we have some removal, but not that much. And it means, because they're in mono black, they're going to have a lot of removal, so I'm not going to play my commander Giada on turn 2. I think that Giada is a little bit better if I can actually do something with her and not just watch her immediately die. So I spent my turn foretelling the Glorious Protector, who can exile almost nothing in this deck, but that's fine. We're going to keep just laying down some value on this battlefield, like Heliod. Life gain is a very minor sub-theme in this deck, but there's enough of it that cards like Heliod, which are just good in mono white anyway, they fit the bill. They can hang out. And it's time for us to start making angels. And I think the angel I'm going to start with is actually a token angel from Serra the Benevolent. You know, when this card got revealed and there were the posters of Serra, like in game stores, I actually got texts from both my mother and my brother that had seen those posters and were like, that looks like you, which is so nice. I don't look like that, but you know what? We can pretend. We can absolutely pretend. I feel like we could go down for Giada here. We could get down the Cold Steel Heart. I'll just ramp. Cold Steel Heart it is. And I'm chilling. The Glorious Protector has Flash, so if they attack in with this little Circuit Mender here, I could flash this out to block it. Again, this can only exile non-angels, but that's fine. Oh, hi, Sheoldred! Now, I can humiliate Sheoldred. Yeah, I love saying it like that. In order to stop her life-based abilities, get rid of her Death Touch. I'm not sure if that's something I really feel like I need to do. But I'll probably end up doing it. Anyway. Patriarch's Humiliation, even if I'm not using it to kill Sheoldred, still removes her text. And yeah, I don't want her having text. Text is scary. I'm going to play the Celestis here, and I'm going to give my Glorious Protector lifelink using Heliod's ability. The reason I like the Celestis over many other mana rocks for this deck, by the way, is it gains life. It gains life. That's good. If I gain life, Heliod says, more +1/+1 counters. If I gain life, some of the angels will make tokens. If I gain life, then some of the angels will give me big buffs across my board. Now, I don't have a lot of ways to kill this, so they're probably just going to have to keep hitting me with it. Okay, I sacrificed my angel because Liliana said so. And a Howling Mine. You know, I didn't put Howling Mine in my Sheoldred deck because I felt like I didn't have enough control over it. Thank you so much for that. Wow. Oh, look! Boots! I can also just, like, Faceless Haven. I kind of like Giada with boots on, though. We're gonna get down to boots. We're gonna play to Giada. We're gonna put the boots on Giada. We're gonna give Giada lifelink. And then we're going to smash into Liliana of the Veil. And make our Giada grow! Oh, that's very cool of you, attacking for 4. Oh, and we're getting rid of both of our commanders. So when they bring back Sheoldred and cast her again, she'll have her abilities back, because when you move your commander back to the command zone, you can choose to remove any perpetual abilities. Good or bad. I guess I have something pretty nice here. Selfless Savior with Serra Paragon is a very good protective loop, but I'm going to go for, again, Giada. Giada's gonna wear her cute little boots. This would be their opportunity to kill her. And she's dead. I can actually leave her in the graveyard for Serra Paragon. I'm gonna decline on this. And it's gonna look weird. But that's okay. Hey, diggity dog! Go get him. Sparked for 1 damage. The Caged Sun. In a monocolored deck, this is a good way to accelerate your mana and buff your creatures. And we draw extra cards. Yummy, yummy! I love extra cards. I'm going to play Serra Paragon here. And use that to cast Giada. And they're soul shattering. Oh, okay. Well, there goes the Serra Paragon. It is sacrificed, so I can't really do much to protect it. But because I feel like they've used a lot of edict or sacrifice-based effects, getting the boots on Giada here will be really strong. That way, can't be targeted. I can make it indestructible using the Selfless Savior. Feels good. And here's an Angel of Unity, too. And it can put... Oh! So Angel of Unity is giving a perpetual +1/+1 to a party member in my hand. Regular Cohort is a shapeshifter with Changeling, so it is all the party members. Hi, Sheoldred! Ooh, and Argo's Bloodfast. Well, you'll definitely be paying life, because that's a Bolus's Citadel. Howling Golem. Okay, kind of like Howling Mine, going to make both of us draw cards. They're drawing cards, they're gaining life. And it's our turn. I don't have a way to deal with Sheoldred. Hopefully I'll be able to gain more life than they can deal with. Or maybe we can do the thing with the book? You know, the thing with the book. I'm looking at how much mana I have right now. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in order to pull this off. And that's exactly the amount of mana that I have. So we're going to start, though, with this. And this and this. Actually, I guess Heliod, you can stay back. Throw that on Giada. We have to make sure we tap the Faceless Haven for its own activated ability. Book plus face. Heliod, by the way, de-animates because I don't have enough devotion here. So the Faceless Haven now says you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. That's some text right there, baby. That's some text right there. I'm not a big fan of Platinum Angel because it's so easy to kill. This, though, I'll take it. I will take it. By the way, we could have also just used the Book of Exalted Deeds to spit out angels. But this is meaner. And sometimes you have to be the villain. So our opponent is probably going to dig through their deck using a combination of the Citadel and just all of these symmetrical card draw things that they have here. Oh. Goodbye, my cohort. Oh, despair. I'll drop the Angel of Unity. I'm being asked by my chat if I can put boots on the Haven. And the answer is yes. But they'll fall off once it stops being a creature. So, that intermediate point where I animate it is not that good. That was so many different sacrificing effects. You're making my life a lot more difficult, Sheoldred. By the way, if we didn't have this counter on here, then it may make sense for me to animate this before I cast an angel, because it would give me the opportunity to have another +1/+1 counter on the next angel I cast. But instead, we're going to go with Kayla's Reconstruction. I don't think it's worth it to cast this for more than 3 mana, so I'm just going to do it for X equals 3, or I could do it for 4 just because then I have exactly enough mana to play this after. Oh no, 3. 3 is the right amount. Yes, okay, so X equals 3 on Kayla's Reconstructed. And we literally only hit Heraldic Banner and lands. Wow, that was actually a huge land pocket we just dodged, which I'm kind of happy about. And here's the Angel of Eternal Dawn. I am actually going to take my boots off and put them over here on the Angel of Eternal Dawn. Because I have mana to play this again. So I'm going to protect this instead. We discard a card. I don't have any cards. I'm losing a lot of life. That's okay. That doesn't make me lose the game yet. And they're going to be able to reanimate something. Oh, look! They're all dead anyway. Giada, return to me! Elspeth's Nightmare. Oof, exquisite blood. But still no land destruction. Dark Ritual. They can put me to negative 100 life. I still won't lose. Now, my guess is they are running Field of Ruin in their deck. But there's still 55 cards left in their deck. And they're drawing more and more every single time. They have to get to it. This thing is going to be gaining them life. This is going to be gaining them life. This is going to be losing them life because they keep on playing. And they gain life off of Exquisite Blood. But I do not lose the game! I'm at 0! Aw, it's a shame that I'm losing all this life. Truly tragic. Going to play the Champions of Tyr. I think it's going to die. Vraska's Contempt before I can, you know, put the boots on it. And we're going to activate the Celestus. Daytime, nighttime, nighttime, daytime. Draw a card. Sure! I would rather have this. Oh no, I lose 2 life. Anyway. Sunlight Prophet. Drawing them a card, gaining them life, making me lose life. It's Hero's Downfall. By the way, this combo that I threw in here, I pointed it out during the intro to the game. Not because I think that it is a necessary or fun thing to do in the deck. It was really just a free inclusion into the deck. This is something that helps Angel Tribal because it's all creature types. This is something that helps Angel Tribal because it makes angels and it's good with life gain cards. Nice. Serra Paragon's gonna let them replay or recast permanents. Oh, hi Liliana. Gonna make me discard this? I really wish you wouldn't. Bye, Harbinger. Can't binge any Harb now. I really appreciate that they are setting my life total lower. Okay, Inspiring Overseer. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. And Imposter of the 6th Pride. Fun. Alright. We know that they have Kill Spell and Kill Spell and Kill Spell. So I think I'll start with Giada. You want to kill her? It's okay if you do. Yep. That's fair. Inspiring Overseer, going to draw a card. Starnheim Unleashed. Huh. This dodges discard because I can foretell it. And we'll be able to cast this for a very high number eventually. Would I like to draw and discard? Sure! Yeah! Okay. So we just got to the point where as long as we hold up 3 mana, if our opponent gets a Field of Ruin, we can phase out this. But the problem is, once I phase this out, I think I lose the game. Yeah, that's too bad. It doesn't matter, we discard it.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
So I feel like they probably have a card like Languish. I see this Cry of the Carnarium in their deck. A lot of good uncommon pieces of removal that I'm seeing there. Cry was uncommon, right? Yeah, it was. But Starnheim Unleashed, I'll be able to cast it for number. Okay, wait. What number can I cast it for? 5. Technically, we could play this land too. And that would let me put on the boots. But I would rather have this available. So that way they make me discard 1, and we could still use the Wandering Emperor on a future turn. Yep, I'm at negative 35. A normal number. They can definitely replay, like, Elspeth's Nightmare. That would be, I think, a pretty good card to do. We discard a card. I'm going to discard this Plains. And big, stinky, noxious Gearhulk. Taking out my Angel token, gaining them life. They are at 89 life. Fatal Push on another token. Ah, making it real hard for me to kill this Lily, huh? And Cry of the Carnarium. That does indeed exile my Inspiring Overseer. It also shrinks some of their creatures down. It's still, by the way, we are waiting to find out if they have a way to get rid of this. Ah, dang, I gotta go blank. There goes my Emperor. Oh, and a Meat Hook Massacre for 0. Guess they didn't want to destroy their own creatures. I feel like X equals 2 would have been fine. It would have gotten rid of the Paragon they stole, though, which they're getting a lot out of. Yep, that's an Agonizing Remorse. And they're saying, good game. Hello? Who's going to deck first? They are, because they are a card draw themed commander. Oh. So I guess we're gonna just have a draw. I see. Well, this is going to be an unusual ending for a Brawl Stars game. I can't lose by losing life. They can't win by gaining life. But we're just going to be infinitely losing and gaining life thanks to the 2-card combo of Veto and Exquisite Blood. And eventually, Arena is going to ask us to change what's happening on the board. We're not going to be able to, and the game will actually end in a draw. So I'm going to fast forward to the end of the game. I can't take another action. This is the first time that a Brawl Stars game will have ended in a draw. Outside of, like, Arena crashing. That doesn't count, though. Nice. What a special game. Rafine, Scheming Seer. She connives, she draws, she discards, she grows. And of course, when you're discarding cards, you also reanimate. How do I look here? I have a good 1-drop, but I feel like going 1, 2, and then nothing from there isn't going to be good enough. So I'm going to mulligan, and we have 3 lands, a 2-drop because of our commander, and some really nice 3-drops in our hand. Battlefy Swarm. Okay, well, hopefully you don't have removal early on. They are, of course, in the colors of very good removal. White has board wipes, blue has counter spells, and black has kill spells. Blue also has bounce, and white has exile, but, you know, just being a little bit more simple than that. I'm not going to attack in. This thing can get Death Touch. Let's see. I am going to play Mind Stone, though, or ramp, more fun. And then follow up with the Angel of Vitality. So I like Angel of Vitality in Brawl because of exactly what you see here. It gets +2/+2 as long as you have 25 or more life, which you start at. So Angel of Vitality is just funky, chunky, huge. If they attack in, though, this will lose the +2/+2 until we gain life back, using something like Inspiring Overseer. Oh. Okay, so they don't have black mana up here. So I'm actually 100% okay with blocking. It can't get Death Touch. Feels good to me. Enduring Angel, just a kind of good angel that gets really, really big. Sure, I'll play it. Enduring Angel is a 5/5 with double strike. I'm going to swing in with Giada and the Angel of Vitality. And, oh yeah, I guess they attacked so they could put this in their graveyard. Jin-Gitaxias is a really strong card that's not as good against me because I don't have that many artifacts, instants, or sorceries. I say with an artifact in my hand and an artifact on the battlefield, but relative to most cards in Historic Brawl, I find that this deck is mostly creatures. Voidrend. Okay, Giada is gone. But I am still left with some funky, chunky, massive angels on this board. And I feel like it's going to be do or die for our opponent on a pretty short clock, honestly. I think I'm going to play Youthful Valkyrie and the Inspiring Overseer. Just drawing cards and getting a little bit of extra onto you. Now I'm going to swing in for 15 damage. Herds, baby! Now, they had the choice there between destroying Giada and destroying the Enduring Angel. But they took the 15. So, they've made up their mind. Could be a board wipe here. Ah, it is! It's a one-sided board wipe in this exact scenario because we don't have any legendaries on the board. So, all of my non-legendary permanents have been exiled, except for my lands. But, who needs them? Putting a Godless Shrine in the graveyard. Ooh, I'm going to replay my commander Giada. Since I got rid of my Mind Stone, I feel like I could use some mana, and Giada makes mana. Hello there. Rafine at 5 life. Body double gets to become a copy of a creature in a graveyard. So now they do have a Jin-Gitaxias on the board. They draw. If they discard a land, we'll be able to block. They did not discard a land. They discarded Cityscape Leveler. I'm going to attack in for 2. I could either go for Lyra or Restoration plus Resplendent. I'm going to go for Restoration because I would really like lands. And the Resplendent Angel. Now, I can't cast the Steel Seraph because it would be countered by Jin-Gitaxias' ability. Body double Jin-Gitaxias. Still counts. Now we have a Mightier Flyer, who's being destroyed by the Obscura Charm. Oh, they're both being destroyed by the Charm. Oof. I'm actually going to say no, because I think that this is going to be safe on the safe on the battlefield, and I'll be able to discard a card to bring back Giada from the graveyard. Specifically Steel Seraph, because I can't play it now because it would be countered by Jin. They're swinging in for 7, 8, or 9 damage. I won't know until they finish conniving. Just 7. They discarded 2 lands, which means that they've got all gas. And I'm going to discard the Steel Seraph. I mentioned exactly why before. It would be countered otherwise. To bring back Giada, and then I'll play Lyra. Lyra gets a buff, and Lyra also gives a buff. Lyra gives all angels I control +1/+1 and lifelink. She also is a flying first striking lifelinking beast herself. She's super strong. And they're going for an Akiba Salvage. This is going to be able to reanimate twice. They can choose new targets. And they're getting the Battlefly Swarm and the Cityscape Leveler. Those are the only 2 creatures they had in their graveyard. So now they have this, which is really, really scary for me. If I don't get a land, I'm in danger. That's not a land. If I animate this, do I have lethal? The answer is maybe. Oh! Great news, everyone. They didn't have any more removal. Turns out that swinging in with 3 damage in the air 3 times gets you there. Steam Hands is running Miriam, Sentinel Worm. It's dragon time. Miriam is the dragon that clones dragons to make more dragons. She's super duper strong and really cool because you get to play blue, green, and red dragons. You also get to ramp, so you can afford to cast those dragons. And I get to make a choice here. Do I want to ramp, or do I want to get rid of their Elvish Mystic? Now, the philosophy of always bolt the bird is an important one. So we're going to lay down arms and exile the Elvish Mystic. More ramp. It's the Gilded Goose! At least this one is harder to use. And a land. Broker's Hideout. This can grab them blue or green mana, since there are no planes. Oh, I guess they're going all green here. And I actually drew a bit more removal, but it's not really removal I want to use on this goose. I'll just play Giada. And Emergent Sequence. Huh. I can make their land not a land. If I draw a land... Oh, that could get cute. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna wait a turn. The Linvala would also stop it from tapping for mana. It stops even mana abilities, by the way, which is kind of frustrating if you're the person playing against them. Giada swinging in. Gotta make use of that vigilance. And we tap, Linvala. Going to stop activated abilities of creatures my opponents control from being activated. A very, very strong... I don't want to call her Hate Bear because she's 4 mana, but prison card. She's mean. She's a meanie. And if they manage to play a dragon somehow, well, we can stop that too. This is very cool art. It's a Hate Siege Rhino. Yes, a Hate Angel. A spiteful woman. I've, by the way, been personally locked out of Commander games before because of a Linvala on the battlefield. They've killed my Giada. That's too bad, but they didn't reveal a dragon. I feel like there's probably a dragon that has 5 power in their hand. Oh, but they're gonna go for a plummet instead. Okay, that makes sense. They can't do it now, but they can plummet next turn, so they'll be able to use these. Giada, Banishing Light, Skyline Savior. I'm actually going to play this Skyline Savior card. Put a land back into my hand, play it again, and humiliate their mountain. Which is a normal thing to do. How do you humiliate a mountain? Ooh, look at your peaks. They're so flat. You call it a hill. Yeah, you're nothing more than a drumlin. Drumlins are a type of glacial hill. They're very common around where I live. They did find some lands here. They still have this plummet. They didn't use it. I guess we'll start our birds rolling in here. Both of us have flying creatures as our, like, main jam, which is pretty good. I have a feeling that they're going to use the plummet on the Linvala and not on this. Oh, wait, is this a wash away? Ah, 1 blue mana. It was a wash away. Scaled Nurturer. Hello there. And the plummet on Linvala so they can use the abilities of these birds and dragons to actually create mana. But if you play that Miriam, oh, I'm banishing her. I'm removing her from existence, denying her the salvation of making more dragons. I'm also playing Valkyrie Harbinger. This is a card from the theme boosters, the Angel theme booster from Kaldheim specifically. And it's a lot like Resplendent Angel. In an end step, if I've gained 4 more life, I get an Angel. But what's cool about this is it is a 4 power life linking card, so as long as it's dealing 4 damage and survives, I get to make an Angel. Hello, Miriam. Miriam does have Ward, but it's only Ward 2. So I'm going to Banishing Light. Pay the 2. And get that thing out of here! If I managed to gain 4 life on their turn, I would also make an Angel. Kapow. They're down to 8. We get another 4/4. Giada's like, I cost 6 mana. This is embarrassing. And we have a way to remove their current flying blocker, the Gilded Goose. But not this one. I can't get rid of Miriam. Oh, wait. Look at that. The Swords to Plowshares. But that would gain them life. If I animate the Faceless Haven, 4 + 4 + 4 + 3 - 4 is lethal damage. Oh, well, they saw it before I did. That's gaming! Kaya the Inexorable. Kaya's really cool. She's good removal and protection for your creatures all at once. She also costs 5 mana though, so we're going to try to play aggressively to try and take them down before they get too well established. Baboom. Giada. Font of Hope. On the battlefield, ready to ramp and ready to buff some angels up. Ellis Ilkor, very nice. Ellis Ilkor is just a really nice black-white creature. It's good if you're going wide with tokens, it's good because it's got Death Touch, and it's also good as a aristocrat support because whenever your creatures die, your opponents lose life. They're saying nice! They don't currently have any creatures with activated abilities, but getting a Linvala out is still good. She's big, she's scary. So scary, in fact, that they're Swords to Plowsharing her. Bye, Linvala. Well, okay. Guess I'll attack in. Get down this heraldic banner. Guess I should have played that first. I forgot. It gives extra power. Missed out on 1 damage. If I lose this game by 1 life, you only have me to blame. Ooh, Body Launderer. Whenever non-token creatures they control die, it connives. And the bigger it is, the bigger a non-rogue it can return from the battle from the graveyard to the battlefield when it eventually leaves. Let's see here. What do we got? Got the Wandering Emperor, got Swords to Plowshares. We have a good attack. But because I don't want them to connive, I'm actually going to Swords to Plowshares this before the damage resolves. And if you're, like, confused about why this is in the deck, it is an angel. Changeling. See, it's right there. CH Angel Ing. That makes it an angel. Cool. Righteous Valkyrie is a really good card. I have it in this deck, too. Think I will buff up Giada and attack with both of these. Really? This makes me feel like they might have a board wipe. I guess I'll just hang out here. I've got mana, I've got removal, but they don't really have anything for me to remove. There's a Kaya and a Shadow Spear. Okay, in case my things became indestructible. Kaya, would you rather remove the Wandering Emperor or Giada? They're going for Giada. Well then, I'm going to remove Kaya. See how you like that one? Hey, why'd you keep it there? What if they have a farewell? No, that's a Pitiless Plunderer. What if they have some other form of removal for the Banishing Light? Rite of Oblivion, that would do it. Okay. I was like, there has to be something, or it would be very strange for them to leave it there. Rite of Oblivion is sacrifice a permanent to remove a permanent. And no, my Wandering Emperor! She's dead! Or exiled, whatever. It's pretty much the same thing. I didn't attack here because they could just block. But I managed to take out Kaya again. And now she costs 7. Which is exactly how much mana they have. Bye, Giada. Welcome back, Giada. With this Rite of Oblivion in their graveyard, I kind of want to get rid of their graveyard. Giada returns back to the battlefield, having a good time. And I feel like they're going to sacrifice the Pitiless Plunderer to remove Giada, get a spirit token. Yep. All of that. And then replay the Pitiless Plunderer from their hand. Here we go. Inspiring Overseer. Skyline Savior. That could return the Overseer to my hand, actually, and I could just replay it. Sounds pretty good to me. Cool. Bigger and more birdlier. Pitiless Plunderer has another counter on it. And I'll swing in with all of these at Kaya. Trying to remove her. And I let her go. Okay, they will be able to replay her. They do have the mana. And I could play Giada here. I just don't think it's a good idea. I do have a creature with flash, though. the ability on it is not super relevant here, but that's fine. Ooh. 1 second. I'm going to play Angel of Grace, and then I'm going to Protect. The reason I did it in that order is so I would have the Angel of Grace on the battlefield, because once I cast Teferi's Protection, I can't cast other spells, because I don't have mana, because I don't have lands, I pretty much don't exist. As for Sentinel and Giada, let's swing in 10 in the air. Do you pay the 2? They do. They paid their treasure to avoid me drawing a card. Now, they could remove one of these creatures, but I'm pretty sure that we'll still be close to lethal, if not have lethal itself. Niv Mizzet, run. Something we don't run into as much these days, but still a very strong commander. And part of what makes him so dang strong is the fact that this commander has a 2-card combo, where the first half is their commander, who can't be countered, and draws them cards and deals damage. And the second half is a 1-mana enchantment, which is, let's say, easy to cast. Its Curiosity and Niv Mizzet are an infinite combo that kills your opponent in most games, most circumstances, unless your opponent has gained a ton of life, which we could do, or if you don't have enough cards in your deck. Scorching Dragonfire taking out Giada, but then we get to draw a card. Fine, sure. I'm not happy about it, but I accept it. As for Sentinel, is a really great card for me to have gotten down this early in the match. We're just going to build ourselves up with a bit of card advantage by playing the Faceless Agent, which is actually an Angel. That found me another Angel because it's the most common creature type in my deck. Hi, Lyra. Didn't say hi back. Aww. But all of these are dead. At least I got to draw another card. I could use another land. Land? You're not a land. I'm going to play the Skyline Savior, put a land into my hand, and then play it again. It's a 3/4. It's cool. There was nothing for me to Swords to Plowshares, but we could have if they played something. And I'll swing in for 3. And it's been returned to my hand. Alright. Giada this time. And I do have to discard by using this. And I think I'm going to discard the Skyline Savior, because I don't really feel like going down on card advantage. Or land advantage, I guess. Goldspan Dragon, though. Nice, the dragon who spits out treasures. And also makes the treasures tap for 2 mana instead of 1. Aha! A land! Since we've got this beautiful, beautiful Vigilance, I'm going to attack in. And then I'm going to play Sanctuary Warden, who is big enough to block the Goldspan Dragon. I'm also going to remove this +1/+1 counter we just put onto it, because I think that against a blue-red deck that's kind of missing its blue, the shield counters are kind of nice. Once they get Niv Mizzet down, which they could do right now, less useful, though. Oh! And they're swinging in! I'm going to block. They have enough mana to do so many nasty things right there, though. Thankfully, they didn't do them, and the Goldspan Dragon is dead. Hooray! Niv Mizzet's on the battlefield with 1 red mana up. Oh, but I think we're gonna have to humiliate him. I'm going to start by tapping. Ooh. Yeah. And playing Lyra. Then I'm going to go to combat. And I'm going to swing with the Sanctuary Warden. I guess I could have swung with all of these. I'm going to remove a counter. And I'm going to humiliate the dragon. So they are able to kill one of these 1/1s if they wanted to save their dragon, but it doesn't matter that much because he would lose all of his text, which is what I cared a lot more about. I could have also done Swords to Plowshares for the same move, but Why do one when we can do both? Lightning bolt. Okay, that's 3 damage. And burn down the house. Everybody dies except for Sanctuary Warden because she's... No, wait, she will still die because she'll lose the buff from Lyra. Oh no. Well, that's just fine. I guess I could have left Giada in the graveyard to bring back with Serra Paragon. What do I want to get on this battlefield? I kind of like just holding up for the Angel of Grace. Though I feel like that's a lot scarier if they happen to get a counterspell. So I'm going to play Resplendent Marshal instead. And we're going to say, no, I'm not interested in exiling anything from my graveyard. Resplendent Marshal is a weird card that works worse in tribal angels than any other tribe. But it is a card that supports tribes. It just doesn't put +1/+1 counters on itself when you happen to use its abilities. You have to have a nice wide board of other things. Okay, they did not replay Niv Mizzet. They don't have the mana for it. They're 1 short. And I'm going to play the Serra Paragon. I'm going to play the Serra Paragon. Oh, a dispute. I will pay the 3. But I do not have enough mana to replay the Skyline Savior. That's fine with me. I'm going to swing in for 3. Boop. Storm's Wrath. You sure do like board wipes. Maybe we've just gotten unlucky and faced off against a couple of them. I'm not going to exile anything from my graveyard. Well, this just sounds fun. I'm going to cast Avacyn. Do you have a counterspell? Ah. They had a counterspell. They had a disallow. And I have removal! Removal that lets you draw a card. And I guess ping me for 1. Ping! Oh. Oh, Brainstorm. Brainstorm's kind of cool because it's going to draw them a card on cast and also draw 3 cards and then put 2 back. So, lots of little bits of damage from Niv Mizzet happening here. We get booped, we get bopped, we get pinged, we get pinged, but Niv Mizzet is off the battlefield. They also gained some life off of that. Ooh, Baneslayer Angel. Why do I like Baneslayer Angel in this matchup? Well, see, Baneslayer Angel has a piece of text that says protection from dragons. And their opponent is a dragons. And a Hottie Djinn. Ooh, a 10/10 Hottie Djinn. Still not as big and super special as my Baneslayer Angel. I'm going to play Giada. Hi, Giada. And I'm going to attack in with the Baneslayer Angel. Baneslayer Angel also has first strike, so I feel very comfortable attacking here. We're going to get a +1/+1 counter onto Giada, Font of Hope. And then I'm going to play the Speaker of the Heavens. Don't listen to his blasphemy. He just wants to spit out angels. They could animate this. We have this to block that if they happen to attack in with it. And here comes Niv Mizzet again. Okay, neat. Ooh, double neat. Well, I guess I can do some attacking. Just gotta decide with who and how. See, we get a +1/+1 counter from the first strike. I'm going to attack in with Baneslayer Angel and Heliod. Just these two. And they take 10. Okay. I have exactly enough to make this angel token. And now I'm just going to stare them down. And in their upkeep, before they draw, they're scrying. Now, if they manage to get their combo piece here, unless they also have a counterspell, we survive. Because I have the Angel of Grace. Angel of Grace, when it enters the battlefield, reduces or stops damage that would reduce my life to below 0 until end of turn. It's pretty good. Stops an infinite combo. I think that's pretty nice. Ooh, Sliver Scrutiny, Silver Scrutiny. Leaves them with just 2 red damage up. Okay, Giada. Gonna wait until they target all that damage on Giada. And I'm going to flash out the Angel of Grace. Because I still want her to get the buff from Giada while she's still alive. Brittle Blast on the Baneslayer Angel. Not much I can do about that. They're putting even more damage on Giada. Sure. I like how Heliod's like, aw, dang, there we go. Oh, I'm back! Hey, we're big. Nice. Good game. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor, a commander who specializes in swarming you with little black creatures, usually ones that have death touch or flying, unblockable, any sort of evasion, so you can't deal with them, and they end up drawing lots of cards. They lose a little life, but it means that they'll have access to removal and, you know, good stuff. In black. Black has gotten so many good cards recently, and they probably have those in their deck. But turn 1, they didn't play a little creature. Turn 2, they got a little critter? They do! It's Kitesail Freebooter who's gonna look at my hand and say, hey, you get out of here! They can choose either Starnheim Unleashed or Patriarch's Humiliation. They say, you get out of here, Patriarch's Humiliation! Huh. Alright, well, I'll play the Heraldic Banner and Giada. Giada is a 3/2 flyer thanks to the Heraldic Banner. So they won't be able to attack through it if they want to play Gix, too, since that would tap them out. I think they're going to have removal, though. What's it going to be? Infernal Grasp, Cut Down, Fatal Push, Heartless Act. Baleful Mastery? You could pay the student cost. I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure out which one could it be. What if they have Power Word Kill, which can't kill angels, and they're like, why can't I target you? It's because I'm an angel. Well, they played a Woe Strider, and Woe Strider cannot kill Giada. Kitesail Freebooter can block Giada and then die. Neat. I think it's time for me to start making angels. I'm gonna start by attacking in. Whee! And I'm going to tap Giada for the Irregular Cohort. The reason, by the way, I'm tapping Giada here is so I can use my other 2 mana for Starnheim Unleashed Foretell cost. This will put this into exile, where I can cast it for its alternate cost, and instead of just making 1 angel, maybe next turn I can make 2 angels. The more angels I have, the bigger a buff Giada gives. So like these came in, they each get +1/+1. I can no longer block the freebooter, since I did tap Giada though. Listen, Gix, I'm going to need you to take an action. Like play your commander, Gix! Hello, Gix! They're swinging just in the air. Oh, are you sure about that? I have a 4/4. I don't want you to regret it. I'm hovering over the card so you can see it. Great. I lose a life. They lose a life. They draw a card. Maybe a land? Ooh, not a land. They missed a land drop. How about instead we unleash? Doo-doo. X equals 2. You cannot use Giada to pay for this since it is not an angel spell. It's just a spell that makes angels. And we get 2 8/7s with vigilance and flying. Giada's just like, yes! Look at how many friends I have! Alright, they're going for the blocks here. This'll die. This'll die. They can sacrifice the goat, though, for a happy little scry. And while at 4 mana, there are some pseudo-board wipes in Historic Brawl, there's nothing that's going to take out everything on this board. Ritual of Soot, though? I think that's the best one. Ritual of Soot would kill everything here. Yes, that's the one. Do you have it? Or maybe a Dark Ritual into Blood on the Snow? Wait, Blood on the Snow or Extinction Event? No, they would have been able to do that already. Nope, it's Blood on the Snow! Ah, there we go. Path of Peril would have been able to take us out, too. Black is very good at the weenie wipes. Welcome back, Gix. I'll bring Giada back. Yeah, I'm gonna remove Gix's text. Nice 3/3 you have there. Shame he doesn't have any other text. Going to decline and play these 2. I could have played Giada if I wanted to make a bigger Resplendent Marshal. But I actually really wanted to land this Heliod here so I could start my life gaining. Invoke Despair. Oh, my creature, my enchantment, my... I don't have a Planeswalker. No, I'm good, Resplendent Marshal. I wish you would stop asking. And they hit us for 3. But at least that 3 does not gain no life. Okay, I need to make sure I tap in such a way that we're left with our Tyrite Sanctum up. Tyrite Sanctum here can be activated to turn Giada into a god. Also put a +1/+1 counter on her, which is kind of neat. Hi. Aw. Bye. She's dead. Oh, my beautiful cards. Destroyed. Ooh, curtains. Concealing. Hello, Ashnod as well. With lots of good black devotion here. I'm 1 short of activating Castle Ardenvale. I guess we'll just go for the ring. And Giada again! She's still here. Ooh, but they're choosing to corrupt her. Corrupting an angel is such a dastardly thing to do. Blightkeeper. A little 1-drop for sewing it in. Would you like to sacrifice it? No? Okay. I guess I'll keep ramping. We keep drawing ramp. At least we can keep playing it. They are able to escape the Woast Rider or animate an attack with the Faceless Haven. They could even activate the Concealing Curtains. Ooh! Or they could go for a Blightkeeper. So many choices. They have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, I believe. Just enough to keep the Blight. They could also... No, wait, they can't use Gix. I removed all of his abilities. He doesn't have those anymore. They're going to use their Concealing Curtains. This taps the Faceless Haven. I have nothing to discard. And they're swinging in for 4. I will take the 4. And a Murderous Rider. Okay, I swing in. And a Resplendent Angel. Resplendent Angel is a pretty good blocker for me, in part because it can gain me a lot of life. If they play the Woe Strider first... Oh. Then they'd be able to sacrifice the thing I'm blocking, prevent that, but it looks like instead they animate the Kitesail Freebooter, I guess so they have a nice big flyer for next turn. They still have 6 mana up. That's enough for Ashnod's ability. But the only creature in their graveyard is Woe Strider, which is probably better to just escape. Lightkeeper's so cute. Bat Imp. What you want to do with all that mana? You got so much of it. Nothing. Nothing? Oh! They're attacking! Oh! I didn't expect attacking. Well, I guess I'll block. I'm gonna put Giada in front of the Blightkeeper. And Resplendent Angel in front of Murderous Rider. They chose not to sacrifice anything. I don't need to make a token, and my mana is much better spent making this token. Supernatural Stamina! Super Mario 64! I gain 7 life. Which also, by the way, gets me an Angel, because Resplendent Angel triggers on either player's step, and I get a 7/6. Oh, also, all of my creatures are now indestructible. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty nice. Now they may have lethal here, because I don't really feel like counting out their damage. They have the Faceless Haven ready. The Revealing Eye has Menace. But I think we're good. I think we're safe. Alright, they are exiling a creature from their graveyard. Wait. You exiled the Woe Strider? Aww. Poor little guy. And, that doesn't work. She's indestructible. Good game, question mark. Guruk, Cursed Huntsman. Guruk is real scary and real full of dog tokens. I'm going to keep this hand, though I wish it had another land in it. And we're going to play our Esper Sentinel. So this Guruk, Cursed Huntsman, has a minus ability that destroys creatures and draws cards, and a plus ability that makes these wolf tokens, dog tokens, that will put loyalty onto Guruk when they die. Things that work really well with this Guruk are token synergies, sacrifice synergy, and sometimes just going Golgari mid-range, getting all that you can out of the good stuff that exists in these colors, because there's a lot of it. It turns out that green and black are really good at killing things and ramping and removing any kind of non-land permanent. It doesn't even need to be a creature or planeswalker. It just destroys. And they're ramping, as green decks tend to do. A cultivate to put a land in hand and another on the battlefield. But we ramped too, especially with regards to angels. I'm going to attack in with my Vigilant Giada and Esper Sentinel, and then I'm going to play the Valkyrie Harbinger, who comes in with an extra +1/+1 counter. Yay, creatures! Could I have a board wipe? I don't think that they would have a board wipe at 5 that would kill these. No, but they have an Elder Gargaroth! I would like it if you didn't have an Elder Gargaroth. And now I will attack you. Now, an Elder Gargaroth, normally a great answer to angels. It is really good at blocking. But what it isn't is, you know, impervious to removal. Massacre Worm takes out a bunch of my creatures, but it's too little too late. The angels are victorious. And I think that's going to be it for this episode of Brawl Stars. Again, if you ever want to check out my live content, you should come over to twitch.tv/Amazonian. I'm actually taking a few days off of streaming so I can take a teeny tiny vacation and go hang out with some friends, but I will be back soon with more Brawl, more Draft, and more fun stuff. In the meantime, enjoy all of the YouTube content. I've worked extra hard to bring this stuff to you. Been working lots of 10 and 12-hour days so I can make the videos and edit them and throw them on YouTube for you to enjoy. I hope you have a very wonderful day and you enjoy it.